The Trap of Comparison, written and published by United Sports. Imagine waking up every day feeling like you're not good enough. Scrolling through social media, seeing perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect careers. It feels like everyone else is ahead while you're stuck. The truth is, comparison is a silent thief. It steals joy, confidence, and self-worth. Yet, most people don't even realize they are trapped. They measure their progress against someone else's timeline, forgetting that their journey is entirely different. But today, it's time to break free from this endless cycle. It's time to see comparison for what it truly is, a roadblock to your success. Comparison starts early. From childhood, society teaches us to compete, to get better grades, be more successful, or look a certain way. Over time, this mindset becomes so deeply ingrained that we start believing our worth is measured against others. When we see someone doing better, we feel like we're falling behind. But here's the truth. Life is not a race against others. It's a personal journey of growth, learning, and progress. The moment you start comparing yourself, you step away from your own unique path. The problem with comparison is that it's never fair. We compare our behind-the-scenes struggles with someone else's highlight reel. The person who looks successful today might have battled years of failure, but we don't see that. We only see the polished version. And yet, we assume they have it all figured out. This illusion creates frustration and self-doubt, making us believe we are not enough. But the truth is, you are more than enough, just as you are. Your value isn't defined by someone else's success. When you constantly compare yourself, you give away your power. You let someone else's achievements dictate how you feel about your own life. And that's dangerous because it makes you dependent on external validation. True happiness, real success, and deep fulfillment come from within, not from being better than others. The more you focus on comparison, the more you drift away from your true self. The key to peace and progress is to stop looking sideways and start looking forward. Think about this. The only person you should be competing with is the person you were yesterday. If you improve by even 1% each day, you'll be far ahead in the long run. But if you keep comparing, you'll always feel behind, no matter how much you achieve. The only way to truly grow is to focus on your own journey. When you measure yourself against who you were before, every small victory counts, and every step forward becomes meaningful. Comparison not only affects your mindset, but also damages your confidence. When you believe others are better, you start doubting your abilities. You hesitate to take action, thinking you're not ready or not good enough. This fear keeps you stuck, preventing you from reaching your true potential. But the truth is, you don't have to be the best. You just have to be better than you were yesterday. Your confidence should come from your progress, not from being ahead of someone else. Breaking free from comparison requires a mindset shift. Instead of looking at others with envy, look at them with curiosity. What can you learn? How can their success inspire you instead of making you feel less? Everyone is on a different timeline. Some people succeed early, while others bloom later. That doesn't mean one is better than the other. It simply means everyone has their own journey. The moment you accept this, you free yourself from unnecessary pressure. One of the biggest reasons we compare ourselves is that we don't appreciate what we already have. Gratitude is the antidote to comparison. When you focus on what's good in your life, you stop feeling like you're missing out. Instead of worrying about what others have, start appreciating what's in front of you. You have strengths, skills, and experiences that make you unique. When you start valuing them, the need to compare fades away. Another way to escape the trap of comparison is to set personal goals that have nothing to do with others. When your focus is on self-improvement, there's no need to look at someone else's progress. Define success on your own terms. Maybe for you, success is being happier, learning something new, or becoming healthier. When you create your own path, you stop being distracted by what others are doing. The trap of comparison is dangerous, but it's not impossible to escape. The first step is awareness, realizing when and why you compare. The second step is shifting your focus back to yourself. Every time you feel the urge to compare, remind yourself, your only competition is the person you were yesterday. That's the mindset that leads to true success. In the next part, we will uncover the illusion of perfection, how social media and society distort reality, making us believe that others have perfect lives while we are the only ones struggling. Once you see through this illusion, you'll never look at comparison the same way again. The illusion of perfection written and published by United Sports. Have you ever wondered why everyone else seems to have it all figured out, while you feel like you're barely holding things together? Everywhere you look, people are showcasing their best moments. Perfect vacations, happy relationships, successful careers. It feels like they're winning at life while you're stuck. But here's what no one tells you. What you see is not reality. It's a carefully curated illusion. Social media, society, and even our own minds have created a false picture of perfection that makes us believe we are falling behind. But today, it's time to see through the illusion and take back control. The illusion of perfection is everywhere. Open Instagram, and you'll see smiling faces, luxury lifestyles, and success stories. But what you don't see are the struggles, the failures, the moments of self-doubt. No one posts about their sleepless nights, their insecurities, or the battles they fight behind closed doors. And yet, when we scroll through these perfect images, we assume that this is their whole life. We compare our raw, unfiltered reality to someone else's highlight reel and wonder why we don't measure up. But here's the truth. Perfection doesn't exist. Not a single person on this planet has a life without problems. The most successful people have failures. The happiest people have struggles. The richest people have worries. The difference is, you don't see those parts of their lives. The world only shows you the finished product, not the process. And that's why comparison is unfair. You are comparing your behind-the-scenes moments with someone else's best performance. Think about an iceberg floating in the ocean. What you see above the surface is success, happiness, and confidence. But beneath the water, hidden from view, are years of struggle, rejection, and hard work. Social media and society only show you the tip of the iceberg. They never show you what's underneath. That's why chasing perfection is dangerous. It's like chasing something that isn't real. No matter how much you achieve, it will never feel like enough if you believe in the illusion of perfection. The pressure to be perfect is exhausting. It makes you feel like you have to look a certain way, achieve certain things, and always be happy. But this pressure doesn't come from within. It comes from the outside world. The truth is, most people are too busy trying to maintain their own image of perfection to notice your flaws. While you're worrying about not being good enough, others are doing the same thing. Everyone is secretly struggling with self-doubt, no matter how confident they appear. The biggest danger of perfectionism is that it makes you afraid to take action. You hesitate to start something new because you don't want to fail. You avoid challenges because you don't want to look bad. But in reality, the people who succeed are not the ones who are perfect. They are the ones who take risks, make mistakes, and keep going despite failure. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll be waiting forever. Growth comes from progress, not from perfection. One of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make is understanding that imperfection is normal. Every successful person you admire has struggled. Every confident person you see has faced insecurities. No one has everything figured out. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not perfection, it's persistence. They keep moving forward even when things are messy, uncertain, and imperfect. So how do you break free from the illusion of perfection? Start by limiting your exposure to unrealistic standards. Social media is not reality. It's a filtered version of life. Unfollow accounts that make you feel less than. Stop comparing your everyday struggles to someone else's best moments. Instead, focus on your own journey. Ask yourself, what is one thing I can improve today? How can I grow in my own way, at my own pace? The next step is to embrace authenticity. Be real with yourself and with others. Instead of hiding your struggles, accept them as part of the journey. The most inspiring people are not the ones who pretend to be perfect, but the ones who share their truth. When you embrace imperfection, you free yourself from the pressure to always be good enough. You realize that you are already enough, exactly as you are. Perfection is an illusion, but growth is real. The more you focus on improving yourself instead of trying to look perfect, the more progress you'll make. Life is not about appearing successful. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, one step at a time. And the best part? You don't have to do it all at once. Small, consistent improvements will take you further than chasing an impossible ideal. In the next part, we will explore your unique journey. Why comparing yourself to others is pointless, and how embracing your own path will bring you true success and happiness. Once you stop chasing perfection and start focusing on your own growth, you will unlock your full potential. Your unique journey. Every person on this planet is walking a different path. No two lives are the same, and no two stories are identical. Yet, so many people waste their time looking at others, measuring their progress against someone else's timeline. But here's the truth. Your journey is yours alone. It cannot be compared, copied, or rushed. The moment you start embracing your own path, everything changes. You stop feeling behind. You stop doubting yourself. And most importantly, you start moving forward with confidence. Think about it. If every person had the same timeline, life would be predictable and meaningless. But the beauty of life is that it unfolds differently for everyone. Some people find success in their 20s, while others discover their purpose in their 50s. Some people take the fast lane, while others take the scenic route. And that's okay. Your journey is not meant to match anyone else's. It's meant to be experienced at your own pace, in your own way. The biggest mistake people make is believing that success has an expiration date. They see others achieving things sooner and feel like they're too late. But that's an illusion. There is no right time to accomplish something. Whether you succeed early or late doesn't matter. What matters is that you keep going. The only way to fail is to stop moving forward. Every experience, every setback, and every challenge is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. When you compare yourself to others, you ignore your own strengths. You focus on what you lack instead of what you have. But the reality is, you have skills, talents, and experiences that are unique to you. No one else has walked in your shoes, faced your struggles, or learned your lessons. That alone makes you different. Instead of wishing for someone else's journey, start appreciating your own. The more you focus on your strengths, the less you'll feel the need to compare. Your journey is not just about success, it's about growth. The obstacles you face, the failures you overcome, and the lessons you learn are all part of your story. When you embrace these experiences, you realize that every step, even the difficult ones, has a purpose. The struggles you face today are shaping you into the person you need to become for tomorrow. Nothing is wasted. Every moment of your journey is valuable, even if it doesn't look like success right now. Society often pressures us to follow a specific timeline, graduate at a certain age, get a job, buy a house, start a family. But life doesn't work that way. Everyone has their own path, and that path doesn't have to fit into society's expectations. When you stop comparing yourself to where others are, you free yourself from unnecessary pressure. Your journey is yours to create, not something to be dictated by anyone else. One of the greatest shifts you can make is understanding that life is not a competition. The people you compare yourself to are not your rivals. They are simply living their own lives. Instead of seeing others as competition, see them as inspiration. If someone has achieved something you want, let it motivate you instead of making you feel inadequate. Success is not limited. Just because someone else is winning doesn't mean you are losing. There is room for everyone. Sometimes, the reason we compare ourselves is that we don't trust our own process. We want results now. We want success immediately. But every great achievement takes time. No one builds a strong foundation overnight. The most successful people understand this. They focus on their progress, not on how fast they are moving. Patience and consistency will take you further than comparison ever will. Trust your timing. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Another key to embracing your journey is understanding that setbacks are not failures. They are lessons. When things don't go as planned, it doesn't mean you're falling behind. It means you're learning, growing, and becoming stronger. Every successful person has faced obstacles. The difference is, they didn't let those obstacles define them. They kept going. Your struggles are not signs of failure. They are stepping stones to success. To truly embrace your unique journey, you must let go of external validation. Seeking approval from others will only lead to self-doubt. Instead, measure your progress by your own standards. Set goals that matter to you, not ones that impress others. Your happiness, fulfillment, and success should be defined by you alone. When you stop living for validation, you start living for yourself. And that is the greatest freedom you can have. Remember, you are exactly where you need to be. Even if things aren't perfect right now, you are growing in ways you don't even realize. Every step you take, no matter how small, is leading you towards something greater. Trust yourself. Believe in your journey. There is no need to compare, because no one else can walk your path the way you do. In the next part, we will explore the power of gratitude, how shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have can completely change your life. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools to overcome comparison, and in the next section, you will learn exactly why. The power of gratitude. In a world that constantly tells you to chase more, to achieve more, earn more, and become more, it's easy to feel like you're always falling short. But what if the secret to true fulfillment isn't about having more, but appreciating what you already have? Gratitude is the most powerful tool for breaking free from comparison. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you possess, from what others have to what truly matters in your life. When you practice gratitude, you stop seeing life as a competition and start seeing it as a gift. Comparison creates an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. You achieve one goal, but instead of celebrating, you immediately look at someone who has done better. The moment you reach one level, someone else seems to be ahead. It never ends. Gratitude, however, breaks this cycle. It teaches you to pause and appreciate how far you've come, to recognize the small wins, and to realize that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. The more you acknowledge your blessings, the less power comparison has over you. Many people think they'll be grateful once they achieve success. I'll be happy when I get that job. I'll be satisfied when I have more money. But gratitude doesn't work that way. It's not a result of success. It's the foundation of it. People who appreciate what they have attract more of what they want. They operate from a place of abundance rather than lack. They don't see life as a race where they must outdo others. They see it as an opportunity to grow and contribute. Gratitude changes your perspective. When you focus on what's missing, your mind finds more reasons to feel incomplete. But when you focus on what's present, you start seeing life through a lens of possibility. That friend you envy for their success? You can be inspired instead. That person with the perfect life on social media? You can remind yourself that everyone has struggles, even if they don't show them. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your ambitions. It means appreciating the journey while working towards your goals. Think about how often people take the simple things for granted: health, family, opportunities, even the ability to learn and grow. When you stop and reflect, you realize that you already have so much. There are people who would trade places with you in an instant for what you have right now. Someone out there dreams of your normal life. This realization alone can shift your entire mindset from comparison to appreciation. A powerful way to practice gratitude is by keeping a journal. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big, just something that made you smile, something that went right, or something that brought you peace. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to naturally seek the positive instead of dwelling on what's missing. When gratitude becomes a habit, comparison loses its grip on you. Another way to cultivate gratitude is through presence. Most people live in the past, regretting what they didn't do, or in the future, worrying about what's next. But life is happening now. The only way to truly appreciate what you have is to be fully present in the moment. The more you stay in the now, the less time you have to compare, because you're too busy experiencing life as it is, not as you think it should be. Gratitude also strengthens relationships. Instead of envying others, you begin to appreciate them. Instead of resenting someone's success, you genuinely celebrate it. This shift in mindset fosters deeper connections and eliminates unnecessary competition. Life becomes less about proving your worth and more about sharing moments with those around you. It's important to understand that gratitude is not about settling for less or ignoring challenges. It's about balancing ambition with contentment. You can still have goals, dreams, and aspirations while being grateful for where you are. In fact, gratitude fuels motivation. When you appreciate what you have, you move forward with a sense of fulfillment rather than out of desperation to prove yourself. The power of gratitude extends beyond emotions. It influences actions. When you're grateful, you treat people better, you work with more enthusiasm, and you approach challenges with resilience. Gratitude shifts your energy from stress to peace, from frustration to acceptance. And the more you practice it, the more it transforms your life. The greatest gift gratitude gives you is freedom. The freedom to live without comparison, to define success on your own terms, and to find happiness in the present moment. When you embrace gratitude, you no longer feel behind. Because you realize that your journey is unfolding perfectly. Life isn't about being better than others. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. In the next part, we will dive into mindset shift, compete with yourself, how shifting your focus from competition to self-improvement can transform your life. The real battle isn't against others, it's against who you were yesterday. Mindset shift, compete with yourself. Most people spend their lives looking at others, measuring their worth by someone else's success. They race against people who aren't even aware of their existence, chasing achievements that were never meant for them. But the real competition has never been with others. It has always been with yourself. The moment you realize this, your entire mindset shifts. You stop looking sideways, and you start looking within. And when that happens, progress becomes unstoppable. The truth is, comparison is a losing game. No matter how hard you try, there will always be someone ahead, someone more successful, more skilled, or more talented. If your goal is to always be better than someone else, you will never be satisfied. But when your goal is to be better than you were yesterday, suddenly, growth becomes achievable. Every small step forward matters because it's no longer about outrunning someone else. It's about improving yourself. Think about the greatest athletes, artists, and innovators. The reason they rise above the rest is not because they are obsessed with others, but because they are obsessed with their own progress. They push themselves to be better than they were yesterday. They analyze their weaknesses, sharpen their strengths, and focus on constant self-improvement. That's what makes them great. And that's the mindset you need to adopt if you want to win, not against others, but against your past self. Every time you compare yourself to someone else, you take away energy that could be used to build yourself. You waste time thinking about what they have instead of working on what you can achieve. But the moment you shift your focus, everything changes. Instead of saying, "They are better than me," start asking, "How can I be better than I was yesterday?" Instead of feeling jealous, start feeling inspired. Instead of chasing someone else's dream, build your own. Self-competition is the key to consistency. When you measure your progress based on your own journey, every single effort counts. Even a small improvement is a victory. And the best part? There is no finish line. Growth never stops. The more you improve, the higher you set your standards. The stronger you become, the greater your potential. Competing with yourself means you never stop evolving. And that's what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. One of the biggest benefits of self-competition is that it eliminates unnecessary pressure. When you are competing with others, you feel rushed, anxious, and frustrated. You feel like you're always behind, no matter how much you achieve. But when you compete with yourself, the only pressure is to keep growing. And that's a challenge worth embracing because it's a race you can actually win. The moment you stop comparing and start competing with yourself, self-doubt fades. You no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone. Your confidence doesn't come from being ahead of others. It comes from knowing you're making progress. And that kind of confidence is unshakable. It's the kind of confidence that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. This mindset shift is powerful, but it requires discipline. You must be willing to track your progress, recognize your improvements, and set new goals for yourself. This doesn't mean ignoring others completely. It means using them as inspiration, not as a measure of your worth. Look at their success as proof of what's possible, but never let it define what you're capable of. A person who competes with others is controlled by others. But a person who competes with themselves is in complete control of their destiny. When you shift your mindset, you stop seeking approval, and you start seeking excellence. You stop being distracted by what others are doing, and you start focusing on what truly matters, your own journey. Growth is personal. No two journeys are the same, and that's why competing with yourself is the only strategy that guarantees success. It allows you to progress at your own pace, celebrate your own wins, and define success on your own terms. It's a mindset that keeps you grounded, focused, and motivated, no matter what challenges come your way. The only real question is this: who were you yesterday, and how can you be better today? That's the mindset that transforms lives. The person in the mirror is your greatest competition, and every day is an opportunity to win. Because at the end of the day, the only victory that truly matters is the one you achieve over your former self. In the next part, we will discuss building self-confidence, the foundation of personal growth and success. Because once you stop competing with others, The next step is learning how to fully believe in yourself. Yielding self-confidence. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build. And the biggest mistake people make is thinking they need to be confident before they take action. But confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first. The more you do, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more confident you become. Most people wait for the perfect moment to feel ready. But the truth is, confidence is built in the moments when you push yourself beyond your comfort zone. If you want to stop comparing yourself to others, you must start believing in yourself. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with confidence is because they measure their worth based on someone else's success. They think, if they are ahead, I must be behind. But confidence doesn't come from being better than others. It comes from trusting your own abilities. When you constantly compare yourself, you give away your power. You let someone else's journey define how you feel about your own. The key to self-confidence is understanding that your path is unique. No one else in the world has your exact skills, experiences, or potential. Confidence is built through consistency. Every time you show up, every time you take action, you reinforce a belief in yourself. Think about the first time you tried something new. You probably weren't great at it. But over time, with practice, you got better. The same applies to confidence. The more you challenge yourself, the stronger your belief in yourself becomes. Confidence isn't about knowing everything. It's about trusting that you can figure things out along the way. The way you speak to yourself matters. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, that becomes your reality. But if you remind yourself that you are capable, strong, and improving every day, your confidence starts to grow. The most successful people in the world have one thing in common. They believe in themselves, even when no one else does. They don't let self-doubt control them. They silence the negative voice in their head and replace it with self-encouragement. One of the most powerful ways to build self-confidence is by keeping promises to yourself. If you say you'll wake up early and exercise but hit the snooze button instead, you break trust with yourself. Over time, this weakens your confidence. But when you commit to something and follow through, you prove to yourself that you are reliable. Small wins add up. The more you keep your word to yourself, the stronger your confidence becomes. Fear is the biggest enemy of confidence. Many people never chase their dreams because they are afraid of failing. But failure isn't the opposite of confidence. It's a necessary part of it. Every failure is a lesson, and every lesson makes you stronger. The people who succeed are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who never give up. Confidence is built when you face challenges head-on, knowing that no matter what happens, you will keep moving forward. The environment you surround yourself with plays a huge role in your confidence. If you spend time around people who constantly bring you down, your self-belief will suffer. But if you surround yourself with positive, driven individuals who uplift and inspire you, your confidence will naturally grow. Choose your circle wisely. Be around people who make you feel capable, not those who make you feel small. Comparison weakens confidence because it tricks you into thinking you are not enough. But the reality is, no one has it all figured out. Even the people you admire have insecurities and struggles. The difference is, they don't let those struggles define them. They focus on their strengths and work on their weaknesses. The moment you stop comparing and start appreciating your own progress, your confidence will skyrocket. Self-confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about accepting yourself fully. It means embracing your flaws, learning from mistakes, and growing into the best version of yourself. Perfection is an illusion. Confidence is real. And real confidence comes from knowing that you are always evolving, always improving, and always worthy, just as you are. A strong mindset is the foundation of confidence. When you train your mind to focus on possibilities instead of limitations, you unlock your full potential. Instead of saying, I can't do this, start asking, how can I do this? Instead of thinking, what if I fail? Ask yourself, what if I succeed? The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines your results. Change your thoughts, and you change your confidence. True confidence is quiet. It doesn't seek validation from others. It doesn't need to prove anything. Confident people don't waste energy trying to impress everyone. They focus on becoming the best version of themselves. When you trust in your own abilities, you stop seeking approval. You no longer feel the need to compare. You walk your own path with certainty, knowing that your worth isn't defined by anyone else. In the next part, We will talk about living life on your terms, how to embrace your journey, let go of outside expectations, and create a life that truly fulfills you. Because at the end of the day, confidence is not just about believing in yourself. It's about having the courage to live life on your own terms. Living life on your terms. Most people live their entire lives trying to meet the expectations of others. They follow a path designed by society, shaped by family, or influenced by friends. But deep inside, they feel lost. They feel disconnected from their true selves because they are not living life on their own terms. The moment you stop comparing yourself to others, you gain the freedom to create a life that truly belongs to you. A life where your decisions, actions, and dreams are dictated by your own desires, not by the pressure to fit in. Living life on your terms means letting go of the fear of judgment. Too often, people hold themselves back because they worry about what others will think. They hesitate to take risks, to chase their dreams, or to step outside the norm because they are afraid of criticism. But here's the truth. No matter what you do, someone will always have an opinion. Whether you succeed or fail, people will talk. So why waste your life trying to please them? The only opinion that truly matters is your own. To live authentically, you must define success for yourself. Society will always push its own definition: wealth, status, popularity. But real success isn't about impressing others. It's about feeling fulfilled within yourself. Maybe success for you means having inner peace, spending more time with loved ones, or waking up excited about your work. Whatever it is, own it. When you stop chasing what the world expects, you start discovering what truly makes you happy. True freedom comes when you stop seeking validation. Many people compare their lives to others because they want approval. They want to be seen as successful, happy, or important. But the need for validation is a never-ending trap. When you rely on external approval, you give others control over your happiness. The day you stop needing permission to be yourself is the day you step into your true power. You are enough as you are, without the world's validation. Another key to living on your own terms is trusting your journey. Everyone's path is different. Some achieve success early, others take years. Some find love quickly, others later in life. There is no universal timeline for happiness or success. The more you accept this, the more peace you will have. Stop measuring your progress against someone else's. Your journey is unique, and everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. You must also learn to embrace failure. Many people play it safe because they fear making mistakes. They avoid risks because they don't want to be seen as failures. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every mistake teaches you. Every setback strengthens you. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by playing safe. They got there by failing, learning, and growing. If you want to live life on your own terms, you must be willing to take bold steps, even if they come with uncertainty. Living life your way requires self-discipline. When you stop following the crowd, you need inner strength to stay on your chosen path. It's easy to be swayed by opinions, distractions, and doubts. But discipline keeps you focused. It helps you stay true to your goals, even when the journey gets tough. The ability to wake up every day and choose your own path, despite outside noise, is what separates those who truly live from those who merely exist. Your environment plays a major role in this transformation. Surround yourself with people who support your vision, who uplift you, who believe in your potential. If you're constantly around negative, judgmental, or competitive individuals, it's harder to stay true to yourself. Choose relationships that bring you peace and growth. A strong, positive environment will reinforce your ability to live freely and authentically. Letting go of comparison means embracing your uniqueness. There is no one like you. No one with your exact experiences, talents, and perspective. When you try to fit into someone else's mold, you lose what makes you special. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs the real you. When you fully accept and express yourself, you attract the right opportunities, the right people, and the right experiences. Happiness comes when you stop looking for it in the lives of others. Many people believe they will be happy once they reach a certain status, income, or level of success. But happiness isn't a destination, it's a state of mind. If you learn to appreciate where you are, enjoy the journey, and celebrate your small wins, you will realize that happiness has been available to you all along. The more you live on your terms, the more fulfilled you will feel. The final step in breaking free from comparison is taking full responsibility for your life. No one else is in control of your destiny. Not society, not your family, not your past. You are the author of your own story. The sooner you take ownership, the sooner you can create a life that reflects your true self. It's never too late to start. The best time to take control of your life was yesterday. The second best time is now. From this moment on, choose to live for yourself. Choose to stop comparing, stop seeking approval, and stop following a path that isn't yours. You have the power to shape your own reality, to build a life that excites you, and to become the person you were meant to be. The world is waiting for the real you, unapologetic, fearless, and free.